Howdy, I'm Haugh, running as a Libertarian for U.S. Senate in North Carolina in 2014. One thing we always have to remember is that everyone we're talking about here is a real human being. We lose sight of that so easily when we reduce people to labels. Slapping a label on someone is a way to dehumanize them, to reduce a person to just a part of themselves, a part you may not like. Labels are valuable when people choose them for themselves as a way to define themselves and build communities of like-minded people. Labels are not useful when you use them to attack and dismiss large groups of people at once. Our ability to demonize each other has reached alarming levels. It's to the point where people will show up and scream at a busload of children at the border. Really, who in their right mind screams hate at children? Or when people in New York protested the construction of a new wing at a hospital. It started out as a union issue, but many people showed up specifically to object to how it was made possible by a $100 million donation from David Koch. Who in their right mind protests that? Yes, there are deeper issues behind both events, issues we absolutely need to talk about, like immigration policy and how to pay for health care. But there is no solution in this blind hate. Speaking of David Koch, I caught some flack recently because the Washington Post quoted me as saying he's a sweet fellow. I met the guy once and he struck me as a really nice man who cared deeply about public service. Sure, I disagree with a lot of what the Koch brothers stand for today, and especially how they go about it. I agree with some of it too, but what the heck is wrong with me saying I personally like someone, no matter what our political differences are? I fear in our culture war, in our rush to label people so we can stop listening to them, we are losing sight of basic human kindness. If we are going to solve any of our problems, we must allow for the possibility that people with whom we might disagree might still be decent human beings. I'm Haugh, and I'll sit down and have a beer with anybody, even in Washington, D.C. Yes. Third time's a charm. Okay.